Welcome back to the Jade in USA podcast. My name is Josh, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host Janie. And today we have some interesting topics to talk about. So different social interactions that we've experienced, along with just some strangers, just people saying stuff in regards to maybe what we look like or who we are, maybe who we're with, whatever. And I feel like a lot of these things can be pretty relatable to other adoptees out there or just other Asian people. So, yeah. Do you want to start?
Yeah, we can start. Or I can start.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I don't know, I think this is a pretty common thing for Asian people especially. You always have like those random people, usually white, that come up to you in public and they're like, "Oh, are you Filipino? Are you blah blah blah?" And like, I don't know, I just always feel weird about those conversations because 9 times out of 10, it's like a white guy with like an Asian like wife or girlfriend, and they like to like relate that somehow. Usually and conveniently, the partner is like not there, but like I remember in high school, I was in the lines at like McDonald's with like my boyfriend's like family at the time, and this like random white dude's like coming up behind me and like taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, "Oh my god, are you Filipino? Are you blah blah blah?" And I was like just like flabbergasted. I'm like, I don't know like what to say. I'm like, what, 17 I think, and I'm just like, no, like I'm Chinese, and I always felt weird like saying that growing up, just like the phrase like I'm Chinese. But no, I'd say that, and then I remember him being like, "Oh my god, well my wife is like Filipino," and I'm like, well, I'm not, obviously. And then like he like kept talking. I don't know.
Like, what do you say to that?
Yeah, it's like, what? Okay, and why are you coming up to me like crazy guy? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, and then my I think my boyfriend at the time, he was like, "Next time you should just say you're American." And I was like, well, I guess I could say that too, but I don't know. Maybe people should just like not go up to strangers and like ask them their ethnicity. I don't know.
Yeah. I've actually, now that you say that, I was doing like some brainstorming before. I didn't really like have like a specific like, McDonald's line in high school occurrence, but I've definitely had people ask like, "Oh, are you Korean?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they always say, "Oh, are you like North or South?" Like, look me dead in the eye, and they say that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's a lot of people, a lot of other cads that have that experience, or just Korean people in general, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I tell myself the next time that someone asks me that, I'm gonna say North Korean, so then I can just come up with an elaborate story about how I escaped, the grips of the Kim Jong Un and everything, and I'm just out here now at a bar or something. Like, this is just a great life that I escaped to. No,
Sorry.
but actually hasn't happened in a while. Actually hasn't happened. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna keep talking though.
Yeah,
See, I don't know what happened. I don't know. You got me all messed up. So that hasn't happened to me in a while. So maybe people are actually figuring it out. That's a very silly question,
Mm-hmm.
but I also understand that people just know that there's North and South, and honestly, as like a Korean person or an Asian person, you're gonna maybe know more about the whole situation, maybe, even though it's a pretty global
Mm-hmm.
thing. So maybe that's why they might not know. I'm just trying to, give them a little grace, but it's a very common problem, and yeah, I think it's kind of funny, but it happened a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, it's just, maybe we should just like stop asking people what their ethnicity is. I've already stopped, so
yeah,
never started. But
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
mm,
I think I ever have done that.
yeah,
It's not as like an opener.
yeah. Honestly, a lot of like guys like openers are like, "Oh, what ethnicity are you?" And they always try and guess. They usually get it wrong too, which
Oh yeah, like a whole like, oh like you look so like exotic. Like, can I guess your ethnicity? And then like, oh, and then they're like rubbing their hands together, like,
Yeah.
and then they're like Japanese or something, and you're like, no,
You're like, no.
they're
Yeah.
like,
No. And then, well, usually,
yeah,
so if it's someone who's like not Asian, like they'll go through the list and like usually they don't guess right in like the first three probably. But then if it's an Asian guy, they always guess their own ethnicity because I think they're like secretly hoping. I don't know. I feel like that's an Asian
hoping.
thing. Like you kind of,
It's a good.
right? They kind of date within their own ethnicity or nationality. I don't know.
Yeah, I think definitely more. Yeah, it depends. I think, Korean people are like super insulary. I just learned that word. It basically just means like they stay within their own. So that's like a big thing. But I think more. No, but I do agree. Like people will guess their own, hoping maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or they like, yeah, they're like hoping you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I wouldn't say all are like would only like want to date like
Yeah.
their own
Mm-hmm.
kind, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you can tell though. I think usually you can tell. I don't know about you, but I've gotten pretty decently at telling like what type of Asians are like which.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I see someone, okay, they're either this or that.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of rule out a couple,
Yeah.
but
Uh.
yeah,
Yeah. I've gotten better
or
at
their
it.
last name.
Yeah, that's true. But I do get a little confused sometimes. Like last names I'm not as good with, but like if I can see your facial features, I feel like it's not as hard. But
Sure.
I don't know. There's like a rise in like definitely more mixed people too. So soon it'll be too hard to tell.
Yeah, I think by the end of this century, like a really big percentage of the population is going to be like biracial or more.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of have a question. It doesn't have to do with like our social interactions that we're gonna talk about. But have you ever wanted to be like biracial, or like have you ever thought like, oh, that'd be cool?
It's a good question. This is like weird.
Is it?
I definitely
Yeah.
wanted to. Okay, I didn't. I wanted to be like. I was like, okay, I'm gonna preface this by saying I was like pretty set on being like an athlete growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it would have been cool if I was like half black or something,
Mm-hmm.
or just black, so I could be like, because like most of like the pro athletes in the sports that I played were like
Mm-hmm.
African American or something, and also had the curly hair already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but that wasn't like a serious like desire or something. It was just like a thought I had.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just what I thought of when you asked me that question.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like I don't know. Is this?
what about you?
I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be easier like as an adoptee to explain. Like I just pretend I'm biracial and like that's why I have a white last name or whatever, and I act like kind of white. I don't know.
Well, I used to. Okay, let me back up. I used to just want to be white,
Oh, okay.
just in general,
Mm.
but I never thought about being half.
Like Asian.
No, I didn't really know that was like a thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I like think about it whenever I think about taking a DNA test. Like, oh, well, maybe I don't know. Maybe it'll be 100%
didn't
Chinese,
take
but
one, right?
maybe no, I haven't yet. But I need to. I will at some point. We can reveal it. I can do it on the channel.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
And it just says 100% like mine.
Yeah. And
After all that hope.
Dang.
Even like 5% of something else would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like trace amounts, but it literally just said 100%.
Hmm.
But I think it's like it's a conspiracy.
Oh.
I think us adoptees, they don't they don't really be looking too hard.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Like,
oh, he thinks he's from Korea. All right, he's not gonna really have anything to prove us wrong if we say he's 100% Korean. So
that is true.
let's just call him 100%. Just be lazy.
They're screwing us.
I know it's not how it works, but a lot of like, I feel like a lot of adoptees that I see that take it always get like 100%. Not all though, but a lot of them.
But isn't like one of the main reasons of like exporting like babies from Korea was because they were mixed from like war and stuff?
Maybe like back in the like 50s or something.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I know a couple adoptees that are mixed.
Oh, okay.
But that's not like that wasn't the main reason.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Like I said, Koreans are very, yeah. Even if it happened, it didn't happen like at all. But I think it did happen a little bit, and they might have been exported to say that word. But Koreans are so insular that like the majority are just like full.
Oh,
so
that's disappointing. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I guess you don't have to say like who you did your DNA test through, but I don't know if you heard of like the 23andMe, like they're being bought out. So like everyone's like data, like genetic data that they have is being like, I don't know, being bought.
Sold.
And what are they gonna do about? Yeah.
Dang.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I heard about that because I was maybe use that one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's like really crazy, but you know, honestly, can't even be like surprised because all that stuff is just like, just money will make any move happen. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
So they don't. There's like no ethics or morals or anything. So
true.
There's always a price.
Yeah.
Remember that. There's always a price.
So if they're selling your data, and they made a clone of you, would you want to meet the clone? Would you want to know? I feel like I'd want to know.
I probably want to know, but they're not making clones like that in my lifetime, so
yeah.
I don't know if I would. My pragmatic self is not thinking that it would even be possible. But if it was, I think that'd be cool. The heck, I like me.
Yeah.
So another me would be pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of talked about it before. Like, I would love to meet someone, like another me. I just think the world would go round, but I also think I'd get annoyed so easily. Not because I'm annoying.
That too.
But because, like, we'd just be, like, echoing each other's thoughts all the time. Be like, no, that's my idea, not your idea.
I wonder if that's how twins feel. Sometimes.
But then,
you know, they're so different. But
true. Because some of them do.
You're copying my look.
Yeah, that's true. How do you feel about like adult twins that still kind of dress the same, or like they like match each other?
That happened?
Yeah, I feel like.
Hey, you know what? If you got the twin connection, how am I gonna hate on that? Like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I like those stories that like where like one twin will pretend to be the other twin like in school or something to like pass a test or something because one of them might be better at math than the other one or something.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like the subconscious connection that you have.
True. So actually this is like another reason I'm like hesitant about doing a DNA test. I'm not like super hesitant, but I'm like I feel like it closes doors because what if I do have a twin? Like, what if I find out about siblings? But then what if I don't, you know? Like, what if I'm, like, hyping myself up? I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna have a super cool, like, older sister or something, and then it's, like, nothing.
So you're saying, like, you know, if you took it, then the dream would be...
It's, like, finalized.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well... See, you would only know, like, if you do, like, 23andMe or something, you're only going to have that sort of, like, you would only be able to connect with that person if, like, the other person, like, put their DNA out there, too.
But
I'm pretty sure.
I know you can match...
Like, you wouldn't know.
Well, I I know someone who's taken it, and she matched with a aunt who like did it, the like
Oh.
23andMe, and then like it notified the aunt, and then obviously like the aunt knows that person's like dad, and they're like, you have a daughter or whatever.
Hmm.
So like I think it
Okay.
is like
Well, okay.
yeah.
So even if your sister that may or may not be out there doesn't do it, that means like someone close enough in your family would also have to do it. And you so even if they're not there, they could still be out there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. But like what if like but then like confirmed
so it wouldn't be
like
fun.
I do
Oh.
match with an aunt
But
and
you
they're
realize
like
how like you realize how like low those odds are?
I don't know. I don't know. You don't think like the Chinese government has everyone's DNA? Nah.
That's like different. That's like a whole different
Yeah.
conversation.
Anyways, still holding on. Maybe I'll have a twin sister. It'd be so cool.
Maybe a handful.
No. Actually, I feel like we'd look a lot different. Even if I did.
True.
Because the beauty
That'd be kind of cool
standards.
though to see like you look the same, but like
Hmm.
you were raised in different beauty standards.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cause she.
That
I
would,
don't
yeah.
I don't
She
even
look
know.
very
Yeah.
very pale.
Yeah. Guys, small face.
What's your WeChat?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
what was the next subject?
Moving on. So this is the one I put
Yeah.
on here. I might have touched on it in a previous episode, but we're talking about social interactions we don't enjoy or we didn't enjoy. What I wrote on here was going to a restaurant or like a social gathering of some sort. Doesn't have to be a restaurant.
Hmm.
So maybe like like a sports game or something. I don't know. And then with your family, like your family, your adopted family, whatever, your non-Asian family, and like feeling like people or the other people around or just like the public is like like looking at you a little funny, like they can kind of see that like something's not normal, like something's different here. Not to say it's like an evil look, but it's just like I'd rather just like no one notice,
Hmm.
but like I feel like people notice.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't enjoy that.
Hmm.
Like hyper aware. It's like
Yeah.
stop looking.
I think whenever I'm out with like all of my family, it's like less noticeable almost just because my family's pretty big. But especially going out with like my parents, just my parents, it feels kind of funny. And then, oh wait, yeah, I can talk about this one time I was we went to this like restaurant, my brother and I, and then his wife was like meeting us there, out in Southern California. It was like a pretty nice restaurant. It was like a steakhouse, but we got there early. His wife was like on the way. I think I just flown in, so we sat like at the bar, to like wait for a table, and then like I wasn't even 21 yet, so I ordered a water, and went to the bathroom, and then this like sleazy ass dude like oh sorry I cursed, but he like leaned over to my brother and he was like, oh, is your date sober? And like my brother had to be like, no, that's my sister, like that's my little sister. And I don't know, like I wasn't there when it happened, he told me after, but like that's just like weird. And also, what, it's a crime to drink water like at a bar? My bad. I don't know. But yeah, that's just like a silly, weird story. So, I don't know. That kind of stuff happens a lot. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. Just like the assumptions, like, it's like not so far from like something that like could happen, or like, yeah, you could see like a older white dude with like a younger Asian date or whatever, but like, it's just so weird when it happens.
Yeah, see, that's a very unique Asian adoptee girl
Mhm.
like experience.
Yeah. Because it's like, even when he says, like, oh, that's my sister, like, these people are like, what? That's what?
Yeah.
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 So, mm,
Uh,
weird.
yeah, I'm trying to think if I have like a specific event like that
Mhm.
in regards to this. I don't.
Mhm.
I'm sure there is,
Have
but I don't
you
have one.
have you ever been like out to like lunch or dinner with like, I don't know, both your parents or like one of your parents, and like the waiter's like separate checks, and you're like, what? Like, you know?
Oh, no,
Mm.
no. It's usually just like they think I'm in like a different, like if I come later or something,
Oh yeah.
or like maybe a little bit behind them, they'll think I'm like a separate group.
Mm.
Like I just be like, oh, I'm with them.
Mhm.
Like, oh,
Yeah. Mm.
but that's not like that bad.
Yeah.
It's like honestly understandable. So it's like I can't really say that it's like,
Mhm.
oh, like life's like this is like the worst thing ever. It's just like
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because like honestly, if I was them, I'd probably
Do the same thing.
just like pattern recognition, and this
Mhm.
is like a complete deviation from like the normal
Yeah.
patterns that they see. So
Mhm.
it's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something you can get used to as an adoptee, but also it's just like a reminder almost. Like it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I
It's like a
didn't need
bummer.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Gonna go on to the
Okay.
next one.
Yeah. So next one is maybe not so like adopt. Oh wait. Yeah, maybe not so like Asian focused or adoptee focused, but um, social interaction I don't really enjoy, especially as like more introverted person, is like just going to somewhere where there's like a bunch of people you don't know and you only know like maybe one or two people, and it's like say it's like a grad party or something, or like a wedding or like a birthday party or something, and you're like or just around all these people you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
and then like your conversations with all these people are gonna be like you don't really feel like you gotta get too in depth with all these conversations with these random people because you're probably never gonna see them again,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just really awkward. Or you have to tie this into like being Asian or something. Like you might be like the only Asian guy there or something, and then they're like you get even more stares. Like, oh, who's this Asian guy here? I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of happened to me one time at my friend's graduation party,
Mm-hmm.
like back in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this dude just like mad racist to me because I was just sitting. I wasn't even like doing anything. But it was just like those type of people
Yeah.
happened to be like at his party.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just like stuff like that. It's like unprompted. It's like, whoa, like I'm just sitting here in the corner, like drinking punch, and you're gonna complain about me being here? Or like say something? I don't know.
Yeah, they just like say like the guy said like he was like your earrings are like fake or something like that.
Oh.
Is what he said. Like he just like yelled at me.
Uh,
Like I didn't even like ever like look at the guy
yeah.
like before. And then he was just like
Mm-hmm.
just going at me for no reason.
Yeah. People who just like antagonize. Not that I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a greater problem with like they have talked about this before, but it's like they think that Asian dudes just aren't gonna do anything, or they're just
Mm-hmm.
they think they're up here. We're not all both just people, right? We're not at the same level.
Yeah.
They just think they're way up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then they can just fire
Mm-hmm.
remarks at me because I don't think I'm gonna do anything about it. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a horrible thing.
Yeah. That's just annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last year, like last summer, I feel like I was going through like a little like, oh, we're all just people. We're all like the same. And then, but I don't know. But like, the more I get into this year, I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Like, I would have never have done that. Like, some of the things people just say, or strangers, or whatever, crazy. Out of pocket. Don't be like that. But yeah, for me, the big like social groups, they're like fine, they're okay. I don't know. I personally don't like, to be honest, Greek life stuff like really made me uncomfortable, or like being like, I didn't mind frat parties in college, but like being in a room full of like sorority girls, like no, like count me out. Like I don't know what it was. They always just like, not always, but like I don't know. There's like this weird like, yeah, like I'm not on the same level as them kind of thing. Like why am I even like there? It's like I don't know. That definitely makes me uncomfortable. But I don't know if that kind of fits into the big social group thing, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
It's an example of it.
But yeah. So going on to the next one, I wrote this one down. Social interactions, and I don't know. This I don't know if I should talk
You
about
don't have to
this.
say it if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't have to. I don't know. Yeah, let's just skip that. Cut that. Let's go to so a thing that like I do with like my mom, like a bonding activity. We always get pedicures together. We have like a favorite salon or yeah, salon that we go to. But it always feels very awkward and like I don't know. Like so the salon is like run by a Vietnamese like kind of family. So it's like men and women that like do the nails and stuff, but mostly women, and I feel like that's like the majority of nail salons, right? Mostly Asian women that do your nails, and it always just feels like we get pedicures, and it just feels so like wrong or like just like I'm like sitting like literally like above like an old like Asian woman, and like she's like washing my feet. Like I don't know, it feels so like messed up. But it's like I don't know. It's like it's not like I'm not paying her and like not tipping like
Right.
well or whatever, but it just feels weird. Like I don't know how to explain it. I think other like Asian girls kind of get that, but I don't know. It always makes me feel
No,
kind
it's
of
definitely
uncomfy.
understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the literal symbolic
Mm-hmm.
hierarchy,
Yeah.
like the power dynamic or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're serving me or something.
Yeah.
Like they're literally washing your feet, like one of the like
Mm-hmm.
grossest things to do.
Hey, my feet aren't that gross. But no, yeah.
Okay, whatever. Speak for yourself, whatever.
Okay, your feet are gross apparently.
Anyways,
But
hey, okay.
yeah. No, it feels and like I don't know. It's always like, oh, can I like give you a pedicure next? I feel so bad. But
Right.
yeah.
So I definitely feel like that too. And this is like what I wrote down next was like going to like even like Asian restaurants, just like having like with my parents or something. Like especially when I was younger, it was more like felt more uncomfortable. Especially Korean restaurants. Like being there, like all the Korean workers or like the Asian workers, and I'm just here with like my white parents.
Mm-hmm.
They're like serving us and stuff, and I have no idea what's going on, and I can only imagine like what they're thinking, the workers are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
They can probably tell I'm Korean, but like, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was I could just tell like the air for me was like really thick in there growing up, and I just like that's honestly why I like didn't want to get Asian food growing up, is so I could avoid that like event.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'll get takeout. That's like I can do that,
Mm-hmm.
but like I don't want to sit down and like just go through all that whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
embarrassingly like fail using chopsticks, like
Yeah. Or say the dishes names. Like
say the dishes names wrong.
mm-hmm. No, I agree.
I just knew something was wrong, and I just wanted to dissociate when I was younger
Mm-hmm.
with that.
Yeah.
Disassociate. I don't know. Yeah.
This is like kind of more general, like has to do with that. Did you ever feel like, I don't know, like when a Asian or like a Korean person like came up to you and like they're like native like Korean or whatever, and like they have like a heavy accent, and like, right, you would think like they like come up to you because they think you'll like understand them or something if they need help, and it's like I sound so stupid, like I sound like a literal white person, like huh, like what, like not like condescending, but like
Oh,
just like I literally, I don't know, you know. It's like
yeah.
I don't have the ear for it because I wasn't raised, yeah, in, like an Asian
Hmm.
culture. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like a really good point. And that actually didn't happen to me that much
Mm-hmm.
when I was younger. I feel like it might happen more now, but I can at least I have like the verbiage and the language to say like I'm so sorry, like I can't, my Korean is not good
Mm-hmm.
or something. But you know what is crazy when you were saying that is like it's wild that I feel like I can understand like a very thick like say they have a really Korean accent or like some sort of Asian accent,
Mm-hmm.
but they're speaking English. It's just like they're like there's very common like
Mm-hmm.
way they say English words or something with the thick accent that I can like understand. Like I feel like I
Mm-hmm.
can like I like try extra hard to like know what they're saying.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I can understand what they're saying a lot of times. Like if they even if they have like a really like thick Asian accent.
Mm-hmm.
Um I don't know if that is like
No, yeah.
true that I have like better sense than someone else, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my effort to try to understand is probably more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. For me, it's like not that I'm not like compassionate and like that I don't like I just I don't know. Like I don't consume media where like I hear heavy accents a lot, and I feel just so like I don't know, insensitive whenever people
Mm,
like talking to me or like asking me something in a heavy accent. I'm like I literally I don't know. Like I have to ask you to like repeat yourself several times. But
mm,
mm, one thing about going back to the Asian restaurants thing, there's this Mongolian barbecue place my family would go to growing up a lot, and it's called Charlie's Mongolian. It's not a thing
okay.
anymore. So it was Charlie who like ran it, like obviously like a old like Asian man, and he would always like I don't know, like I feel like he like knew my family because we were like regulars enough. But like he like recognized me and like I don't know, he's like extra nice and like he'd give me like extra like fortune cookies or like draw like a little character on my box and I don't know. He's so sweet. Like sometimes I feel like the like Asian people in my community almost like are like embrace me more. Like they're like, oh like it's not your fault. Your family is white. But like they're just like a little nicer to me, which is nice. But it always like I don't know. I'm always like, I know it's like low key pity. It's kind of sweet.
You know what? It just reminded me of like that sweet like hospitality of like from someone who like looks like you
Mm-hmm.
when you're young. I'll make this quick, but there's like this. I can't believe I haven't thought about this before earlier, but from probably when I was like very very young until maybe I was at least like 10 years old, there was like this Korean family in my hometown, my small town,
Mm-hmm.
like that owned like a health supplement, like health food store. So like it's very like small. She had like supplements, different like medicine stuff, and my dad would need a lot of stuff, so my mom would actually like discover this place
Mm-hmm.
and would buy stuff from there. And she would, I would like go on walks with my mom downtown because there's like other stuff to do, get Starbucks or whatever. Go get supplements. And there was a two like Korean people. It was a husband and wife. They didn't have any kids, and they were super super sweet. Um, they were just always talk about like because my mom would go and escort the babies with the agency. She'd volunteer with the agency and like bring um, them back to Korea, like myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she did that after like for a bunch of years after I had already been here. So they would talk about that,
Mm-hmm.
different trips to Korea and everything. I think they helped to like coordinate those two. They're like the Co's. Those are their last name. and they would like help translate some stuff.
Mm.
Like they would just be like they were like just like a friendly Korean face to me when I was
Mm.
like a kid, even though I like didn't really know like how cool that was.
Mhm.
And what's even crazier is that they traced back somehow they traced back their family lineage, and they discovered that they were related to I think either could be wrong, either my foster family, so like not actually like related to me at
Mm.
all because I'm not related to my foster family, or it was me, but I don't know how they would actually figure that out. I don't think it was me. I think it was the foster family,
Mm.
but I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They were just so nice, and like
Mm.
I'll never forget the smell of that like store, that building. Like it's a certain smell. They always had these little like massage, like hand massage things. Like there was like filled with sand, like a balloon, like filled with sand. You just like do this
Mm.
because my mom would be talking to them for like feels like forever. You know when you're a kid, like you want your mom like, Mom, want to go?
Yeah.
Like so I would just play with like the little thing, and then like one day they just like gave me one because I would always play with it.
Aw,
Oh,
that's so sweet.
and then they like so then they ended up moving back to Korea
Oh
like
no.
probably when I was like 10 or 11, and like it was just like so quick, but they left like a nice note and everything.
Yeah.
They would like teach me like so they were still there, so it was at least when I was 11 or 12 because they were kind of helping me prepare for like my trip back to Korea when I was like 11. So they like were teaching me like, okay, this is how you say like I can't speak Korean well, and I was like, okay, and I was like trying to like say it
Mm.
like right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like really, really like fond memory that I almost like I said, I have bad memory sometimes, but
Mhm.
that reminded me when you were talking about that Charlie guy at the
Yeah.
Mongolian place. That reminded me of that because that was like pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's super sweet. Do you think you would ever be able to find them again or like talk to them?
I don't know. I wonder if my mom still has like their like, email at all, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're probably yeah. They were. I feel like they were old. They were older than my mom
Mm.
when I was like. I mean, they still would be older than my mom, but they didn't have. I don't think they had any kids.
Yeah.
So they were like. They're probably like 70. They might be like 70, 70, late
Okay.
60s now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still possible, but
Yeah.
so
That's
nice.
so cute. That's so sad.
Hey, that was crazy.
Anyways.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. Well, now our next point.
The
seems
next one I just looked up.
silly.
Okay, on that the next note, I can read this one. So there's after all these very specific interactions and stuff, the next one on our list is just being short. Just being short. I don't know how that's a social interaction, but
It's a social. Okay, I wrote that one down. So.
no, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I don't know how it's a social
It's
interaction.
a social interaction. You know, you walk into a room and you're the shortest one there. I feel like professionally, I feel it feels like non-professional being so short. Like people see me and they're like, "You're like 12. Like what do you know?" Like, and I'm like, I know stuff, and I still don't. But like, I don't know. Or like, I feel like anywhere. I feel like I always get stepped on. I'm like a little like bug on the floor. It's hard being short out here. You get like stepped on and like elbowed in the face because like you're like elbows high.
No, I in like peer to peer, like just other guys. Yeah, I'm like short. I'm on the shorter side for sure. So I kind of feel that. Which sucks.
Yeah.
I'm no midget. I'm no midget, right? But like I'm like average height.
Yeah.
I'm like average height.
Yeah, average.
But it still feels like I'm shorter. Like if I just be like 6'2", I feel like that would suck. I told myself for so long, I was like, if I could just be 6'2", like I feel like I would have no problems in life. But I know that's untrue, but
yeah. I don't know.
I feel like I got nerfed a little bit by being average height. I would have been a horrible person if I was 6'2". Yeah, but the guy and girl standard for height is different, but maybe proportionally we're in like the same boat.
Yeah, I think so. This is not a joke. I feel like whenever I'm in a group of people who are all the same height, but like pretty much like pretty taller than me, like 5'7" or something. Like I feel like because everyone else is at eye level, I'm like begging for attention because I'm like, no, wait, I have something to say. Can you? Yeah. I'm like, wait, pay attention to me. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just feel that.
They're
But
like,
good.
but oh no, go ahead. Finish your thought. I
Well,
like a new thought, kind of. Not really.
but it's nice. My roommates and I are all the same height, so we can see eye to eye.
See, that's what I'm
Literally and
saying. If
figuratively.
if you're hanging around more Asian people, you're gonna feel less short.
I know. No, when we were at the conference, like it was like the night we were taking all like the group pictures or whatever, and like we like took this
Yes.
big one, and I was
I was
taller
in
than
the
like
back
half.
for what?
I was like, I've never not been
Like,
in the
why I'm
front.
in the back?
I know.
They're like, you gotta go back. You're too tall. I'm like, wait.
Yeah. No.
Hold on.
That was like
Hold on now.
that was like a feel good moment.
Hold on now.
But then like some idiot like stood straight in front of me, so I was looking at the back of his head. So I'm like not even in the picture, but it's fine. It's fine.
That photo is way too like. There's way too many people in that photo.
People.
You can't see. You can't. Even though I'm there, you can't see me because
Uh,
I'm just so far
I
back.
yeah. You can't see me because some idiot stood in front of me. So if the idiot is
Imagine
listening,
he's watching.
yeah.
Yeah, he's watching right now.
Oh yeah. Actually, I don't even know who it was. So could be any idiot taller than me. Could be
Whoa.
all of them.
Let's be nice now. Be nice
Oh
now.
Anyways,
Be
I
nice.
think being short has effect on social interactions.
Oh, I almost forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of like the short man syndrome?
Yes. The little man syndrome. They're like so angry all the time
what it
because
is?
they're
Yeah,
short.
they just be extra angry. They just be
Yes.
extra
That's a real thing.
like. They just be looking for like a
Yeah.
reason or an outlet
Problems.
to.
Yes. Like I had a professor in college who was like on the shorter side, and he would just like
What are we talking? Like 5'4", 5'5", 5'2".
5'7", 5'8". He wasn't okay. He was not.
Let's calm down here. Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
I don't even know, to be honest. See, I didn't get so close to him that I would be able to tell.
Guys, hear that?
Anyways, he had
6'5", is short.
short man syndrome. Doesn't matter what height, actually. It's a mindset. He had short man syndrome, and he would just be like starting email fights all the time. And it's like,
Well, how do you know he's short man syndrome if he's not? Like, how do you know that's what it is?
it's just the mindset. Because he's on the shorter end, and like, you know, maybe
What if
not
he's just
been
an angry guy?
respected. I don't know. Yeah, he's angry because he's short.
Okay.
Isn't that
Yeah, I
literally,
broke down your argument there.
that's what
Okay.
short man syndrome is.
You lost me at 5'7", 5'8". Okay.
Sorry. He was like 5'4".
Okay, now we're talking. Okay.
But,
Nice.
yeah. Big man just had nothing.
No, I know some people in life that I truly believe have it, like a relative, just like a toxic individual.
Mhm.
There's no way he's listening to this, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah. No.
yeah, it's just it's not like, I don't know for sure, but I think definitely if you're growing up short,
Mhm.
or if you're
Jaded.
short in our case, an Asian person in like a non-Asian society where we're usually more shorter
Mhm.
generally,
Mhm.
it can kind of make you more angry with just like
Mhm.
who you are in a way. But
Mm.
there's
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be this way. If you're short out there, it doesn't have. That's not the solution.
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah. And if you're a guy and you're like, oh, women don't like me because I'm short. No, it's probably because of your personality. Yeah. Honestly,
that's
height,
true.
it doesn't really matter. I feel okay. Sorry. All the 5'4" men are gonna be like, yeah, it doesn't matter to you. Anyways, it doesn't really matter though. I feel like because if you're gonna have a bad attitude and a bad personality, anyways, it doesn't matter. So
Confidence can supplement your physical
yeah.
strengths or weaknesses.
And honestly, I would say like, you know how they say like pretty girls like and like who are like pretty growing up, like they don't develop a personality. I think it's like the exact same thing for tall guys. Like you can be tall, but you could have like the person.
They're on easy mode, so they
yeah.
don't. Stuff's just handed to them, so they don't have to actually like build character. That's why they say the funny
Mhm.
guys are shorter
They are. Usually, yeah.
because they got to come up with some sort of value to the the dating market
Mhm.
out or the social market at all. If they're not gonna just be like
Yeah.
a handsome tall guy or something.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
the
even...
ugly guys are funny.
Wait.
The short guys are funny.
Okay. Honestly, I feel like tall guys are usually kind of ugly. Like, they're so far up there, like no one looks at them. Like, they can usually be ugly. I don't know.
Wait, that might be one of the craziest takes you ever had.
Anyways, I don't know. Like people say, like short kings have like the face cards.
Just because no one wait, just because no one looks at them that they're ugly.
No, like they can be ugly. I don't know. Just because they're tall, like
Anyone could be ugly at any height.
yeah, that's true too.
Anyone could be handsome at any height.
True. So,
That's a crazy shit.
anyways, tall people die faster. So.
That's true.
Mhm.
It's gonna be like, yeah, you want a 6 foot guy? Sorry, he's gonna die at like
65.
80 instead of
Oh.
85. So
Mm-hmm.
5 extra years,
Yeah.
couple inches down. Think about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if I have anything else to say about tall people.
It's cope.
But anyway.
What? I'm not short.
No. Who said that? I didn't say that.
Nobody.
No.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Yeah. This one I think we've both experienced.
I think
I remember the time that I experienced this one, but hearing someone say to you, you're actually like attractive for an Asian guy or an Asian girl.
no one said that to me. I don't think.
No?
Maybe one. That's not like a common
Pretty.
thing.
Instead of attractive, pretty.
You're pretty for an Asian girl. If anything, probably came from some like white girl, like in like high school or something. But that's not like a prevalent thing.
Oh, what? I feel like I see videos online like people having that shared experience. Interesting.
I haven't.
Maybe some of you guys out there have heard that.
Yeah.
But I heard that. I heard that like a couple times. And it's like because the first part of the sentence is like you're attractive, and then you're like, yeah, and then it's just like for an Asian, you're like, oh.
You're like, oh.
It's like you almost want to make me feel good, but you gotta bring me back to earth.
Yeah.
I think bare bones, just looking at like the sentence itself, it's not the worst thing ever to hear, but like it's not the best either. Like
Yeah.
because
It's definitely backhanded.
But I don't think at least for me, the intention wasn't to be like, it wasn't intended to be bad. I think it just ends up turning out that way. Like when someone asks, like, "Oh, North or South Korea?"
Oh.
They're just like trying to be inquisitive, but they end up falling flat on their face because they just don't actually realize what they're saying. But the time this happened to me, it was like this white girl that said this. It was like only like it's like 4 years. 4 years. It was honestly like I think it was like 4 years ago. So it's like earlier in college. So when it's like right around my glow up time. So like in a way, like made me feel better about myself because
Oh,
it was a
okay.
compliment
Okay.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It still was a compliment, but I like upon later reflection, I was like, hey, that was kind of weird.
Mm,
So
hmm
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, you kind of did, but like, can you explain? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of like, explain to the people who like say that kind of stuff, like why it's like backhanded or
Oh
like, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. I would say it's backhanded because the way it's said, "you're attractive for an Asian," is implying that Asian people are generally less attractive than, say, like white people or something.
Mhm,
That's why it's backhanded.
mhm,
So that's why you could take offense at that because, like, oh, I don't actually believe Asian people are less
mm,
attractive.
Yeah.
But maybe in a Western world, I don't know.
Mhm,
But yeah,
mhm,
Asian guys, yeah, it's like very it's like an interesting world out there for Asian guys getting like attention
mhm,
like that, like from non Asians or something that no. I just feel like we a lot of times our look is not very valued in Western world,
mm,
unfortunately.
mhm,
Yeah. Like, I saw this meme or this like graphic recently. I can like explain this well. It was like Asian guys in Asia, and it was like photos of like just model looking, handsome, like well dressed, like people, and then there's like very like virtuous look, and then Asian guys in America, it was just like nerd, like
mm,
soft look gamer, like those things.
mm,
And I kind of chuckled because it's like I feel like that's like a very not because like that's how I want things to be, but
mhm.
I've noticed that sentiment like
Yeah.
go around because I feel like yeah, that's kind of how we're seen.
Mhm. No,
Yeah.
that's so true. Yeah, it's just like you're only seen as like one end of the extreme, nothing like in between as much. Mm. Okay, so going on, this has to do with like social stuff, not really one like social interaction, like one type. But we've talked about it before, RBF, resting bitch face. And our question is that an Asian thing? Because obviously Josh has one. He's showing it right now. And then yeah, I have one in public, especially when I'm like alone in public. Like if I'm like flying by myself or whatever, I drop the eyebrows and like don't mess with me. I don't know if that helps, but yeah, I definitely had an RBF growing up though, and I don't know if it. Yeah,
Do you think it was a natural?
yeah.
Do you think your RBF was natural or it was like a trained like I want to look like this?
I think it was natural because like I remember one time, like one of my friends like Snapchatted a picture of me. Like we were hanging out or whatever. Just like snapped like what is it? Sniped a picture of me. And the person responded with, "Oh, she looks mad." Like, and I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, I'm just sitting on the couch. Like, oh my god, leave me alone. I don't know. I also think it was like an internal thing. I was like probably not as happy back then as I am now.
Mm,
So.
I'm just typing something so I don't forget it later.
Mhm. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Actually, well, I'm like thinking now of all the like Asian people I see. I don't know. Do they have RBS or is that just their face? I kind of just think Wait.
I
Like,
actually don't think it is an Asian thing.
yeah.
I
Mm,
think for me, why I have an RBF, it was like a defense mechanism.
mm,
I think when I was young, I was like, I was very cheery. I was very jovial. Like, look at me, I'm using all these words today. I was very jovial as a youth.
oh my god.
And then I think something happened where I realized like this shit sucks,
Mm,
and like I I like it's not a thing to like smile about at all times or something. So then I just like kind of developed like a like just like resting. And I realized that, like you said, like someone take a picture of you and you're like not like
mm,
aware, and then you're like, oh, yo, I like look so mad. And
yeah.
like people will say like, oh, why are you mad or something. I'm like, I'm really just I'm not mad.
Yeah.
It's just me.
It's me.
But I definitely actively try to look like unapproachable or like mean. Unapproachable sounds crazy, but like just like
Wait,
no,
mean
let's just
is
say like not to
crazier.
be messed with.
Unapproachable
Like
sounds.
I'd say not to be messed with.
Mm,
That's when I'm walking around like to work or just like to the gym, just so I don't get bothered or harassed.
mm,
Which I think you, as things happen to you, that you just want to look imposing or
mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. No, that's true. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I've lost my RBF. And then
I don't think you have one.
you don't think I have one? Mhm.
No, I don't really think you have one.
Yeah, I had
You
to like
maybe
look
you
and
don't
train
have
it
like
out
a
of.
resting like you don't have like a resting jolly face, but like you don't have a resting angry like RBF.
I don't.
So
Yeah, I don't know. My resting face is. It's just neutral. Uh, yeah, something like that. Um. Oh, next
oh
topic.
yeah, so
Teens.
the last this is probably the last thing we talked about. We're almost at time,
Mhm.
but um, can you do you think you can tell someone's like Asian based on their voice?
So I feel like okay, and okay, Loki, this is just like a TikTok I saw, but I kind of agreed with it. I think
Might have sound the same thing.
it said like Asian guys, they kind of just talk like they're gay, like even if they're like no matter their sexuality. Yeah, I don't know. Like first of all, I don't mean that in like a derogatory way, but like I don't know. I definitely do have like an Asian guy friend who like does not sound very straight, and
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is like I think no, I definitely saw the same like video or like the same. It was like a trending topic
Hmm.
a few months ago, I think. Um, and it's interesting because I do like I talk to people on the phone for work,
Mm.
and I know like these people's names like before I call them or they call me or whatever. So if I know they're Asian or something, like can kind of like start to hear I know what to expect, and like
Mm.
a lot of times they do sound similar, and I don't know if I would say it's like more of a zesty sort of tonality, but it kind of is. And yeah, not to be not in like some derogatory way. It's just like an interesting way of like it's like the Asian American accent is
Hmm.
like that.
Yeah.
But then you like think about like animes or something like that, or like some of the characters that are played like when they're speaking in their like native language.
Oh. Hmm.
They're like there's like these videos of like the voice actors for like the Japanese voice actors for like whatever anime, like they sound like just really cool. But it's not like
Oh, like the guy ones.
you can't translate the like their native tongue's tonality to like
Hmm.
English if they were to be in English.
Hmm.
Like I wouldn't say that like the voice actors or something are just like sound like the same as Asians in America speaking English. If that makes sense.
Mm.
It's like an Asian American thing.
Yeah.
Do you think I have the accent? Because I feel like
Mm-mm.
I talk to my friends, like my Korean friends back in college and stuff, and my one friend kind of has the accent, if you want to call it that. The other two don't. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely do find similarity though.
hmm yeah, for sure. Like, not every Asian American has the accent, but like, I feel like it's like a 50-50 thing. No, but I don't think you have it.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah, my question I wrote down that like is like basically that. It's like, do we sound white? Probably.
Mm.
And I've been told I have an accent, I think. So,
What kind of accent?
like, okay, someone said Southern. I don't think it's Southern. It's more like country-ish. Yeah, but like Midwestern.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. What? I don't know. What do
I
you
don't.
think?
I feel like you have like a. I feel like you have a somewhat. Somehow you have some sort of little southern something.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
Because
not Midwestern.
I think it's like a little country because I didn't grow up in like a city. I don't know. But like, and I talk about like, oh, like my hometown's like on the river. I feel like, I don't know. Do I have a hick accent?
You kind of have like some twinge of
Twinge. See, like I
country,
could probably.
country hick.
Ugh. Never mind. I don't want to talk about
It's
this
interesting. I can hear it though. It's not like a bad thing. It's just
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I think
But
about
no.
it.
No, go ahead.
Actually, well, like right there, but like, in like professional settings too. Like, I don't know. I sound kind of country-ish, and like yeah, like the like vowels or word. Like I always say like your instead of your. I think, and like I say I don't know specific
Say
words.
y'all.
Y'all. I can say y'all. Hey y'all.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey y'all.
Actually, I used to work in retail in high school. And whenever like you can tell like the type of people who come up or whatever, I feel like I'd always like make myself sound more Midwestern like whenever I talked. So that they're nicer to me. They'd be like, "Hey guys,
Big
like
tactic.
how you doing? Did you find everything all right?" Like, and yeah, like that. I don't know.
Wait, that was your Midwestern
No,
attempt
I don't
accent?
know. I don't remember what I said. Like,
That was just being nice.
okay, well, something like that. Whatever.
Okay. Okay.
But
Interesting.
yeah. I'm trying to think of like what other words though. Like I feel like it comes out more. Like whenever I say
I think it's just your delivery. I don't know if it's words.
oh,
See, now you're thinking about it too much.
but like I wanna like I'm right? Like I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe the audience can
Yeah.
help you figure out what words they've heard that they noticed.
Yeah. Vote in the comments. What kind of accent do I have?
But do we sound white? I asked my my 3 Korean friends if so I was actually talking to them about the whole like Asian American accent thing. And then I asked like who sounds like the most white, and they like all agreed it was me, which kind of hurt in a way, but I know it shouldn't hurt.
I know.
It is just what it is. Yeah, it makes sense. But
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard that from like a girl or something that's told me that before too. I'm like, no, no.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
no, there's definitely like I don't have like the frat scent or something.
Oh yeah,
Gosh.
the fraccent.
Actively avoiding or resisting. Not that I am pressured and want to talk like that, but I never want to talk like that.
Yeah.
So
You're not into the brewskis, and I don't know what the fraccent is. To be honest, like I can't
pick
think.
up some birds at the bar.
Is that what it is?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I don't sound like a sorority girl, even though apparently I dress like it.
You don't sound like a sorority girl. That's like a more yeah. They like wine and stuff.
Mm.
Or they're like super. Have you seen the? No, actually, that's no. Never mind.
Oh, okay. I kind of know now, but
Yeah, it'd be way too hard to explain. So I actually I ejected out of that
okay,
attempt.
cut that.
But okay. Anything else? Last thoughts? Closing remarks?
Nope. I think that's it. Yeah, a lot of mumbo jumbo this week, but I think it was good conversation, good topics.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of relatable interactions and social events that we've experienced in our Asian and Asian adoptee identity experience. So hopefully some of you guys can relate. Even if you're not Asian at all. I'm sure there's a lot of universal tells and things that you can relate to. But again, thank you guys for the support on the most recent episode. I was like the best any episode's done, at least as of right now. I know it hasn't even been a week as of right now since we uploaded that one. So tell your friends. Thank you guys again for support. Like, subscribe, rate the show on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. Join the Discord if you have want to be part of more of the community. We're gonna hopefully do a little bit more on there once we have some more members in the channel. But yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting anything.
No, I think that's it. So yeah, let me know in the comments or in the Discord or I don't know, somewhere, if I have an accent, because I need to know. I need to know how I'm perceived. That's all I've got.
Let her know.
Yeah.
Let me know if I have a horrible voice or something. I don't know. But
Okay.
anyways, have a good rest of your day, night, weekend, week, wherever you're at. And we'll catch you next time.
Yes. Bye.
Peace.